Good evening. Good evening, LATTC. Good evening, LATTC. Thank you very much. Welcome to the 2018 commencement exercise here at LATTC. We welcome you. Please welcome our student veteran Yadira Covarrubias to the stage to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good evening, everyone. Please stand, face the flag, put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Please remain standing as I invite Summer Breeze Hoskins to the stage for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free? And the home of the brave.
Please be seated. It is now my distinct honor to introduce to you the president of Los Angeles Straight Tech College, Mr. Lawrence Frank.
Check.
All right, I think we're in business here. I am Larry Frank, president of Los Angeles Trade Technical College. As we culminate the 93rd year of this college's history, it is my honor to officially welcome the class of 2018. This is your day, graduates. I also would like to acknowledge the hundreds of spouses, parents, children, relatives, friends, and mentors, along with our campus employees who have joined us tonight, because none of these graduates arrived at this day alone. We thank you as well, everyone. To our graduates, we know that so many of you have broken through barriers that would have stopped others. We know many of you carry the hopes and the dreams of your entire family. So raise your hand, if you will, if you are the first in your family to complete a college program of study. You are all pioneers. Raise your hand if you worked a full-time job while you attended school. You are already contributors to our communities. Raise your hand if someone told you at some point in your life that you would not go to college, or that you wouldn't be able to earn a degree or certificate. Anybody? Anybody there? Today you are living proof that everything is possible. So this class of 2018 has been remarkable. More than 2,000 have completed their programs this year. So many of you have already landed a job, a career. Several hundred are already in the building trades. You have built a great number of student clubs that have brought this campus to life. You have supported the development of a campus food pantry program for the first time. You have built Habitat for Humanity homes, helped set up a clothes closet for foster youth, formed a weekly 12-step meeting, provided free haircuts to juvenile hall residents, won contests against four-year universities, cooked turkey dinners for the homeless, and so much more. As a class, your stars have shone brightly. Let me give you a few more examples of your classmates' success. So Kevin was named a 2008 Jack Kent Cook Transfer Scholarship winner. One of just a handful in California, he's entitled to $40,000 a year in scholarship until he graduates. But he got there by also being a great tutor over at our cross-cultural center with Emoja and Puente, along with two of our other graduates, Abdul Haq and Jocelyn. Thank you, all of you, graduates today. And we had 17 Skills USA state medalists this year, and over 60 tools for the trades winners. Half of our first cohort of graduates from our rail maintenance class have already been hired, even before Metro conducts their interviews. Is the RISE Club in the house? Anybody from RISE in the house? So thanks to 2 years of organizing by our RISE Club, we opened our Dream Resource Center on September 5th. The same day it was announced that DACA would be ending. Some of our best students have come forward in this tough time. Congratulations to Jose, Alejandra, and Alma, and all of our RISE and DACA students who are graduating and attending some of the best schools in the country. Thank you for your courage and perseverance. Let me get me my water. Sorry, I screwed up there. Right here. Is our women's basketball team in the house? Yeah. You made history being South Coast Conference champs, ranked first in the county, and going deep into the state championships. And most, if not all, of the graduates are going on to four-year universities. And Robert, for bringing back our ASO this year. John, your work with the ICC. I want to take a moment to recognize the 6 faculty who are retiring this month. Carol Anderson, 30 years here, longtime chair of Design Media Arts, our fashion program. Eric Chavez, 33 years here, lead of our electronics program over in our advanced transportation manufacturing pathway. Jan Gango Vasquez, 18 years here and the chair of our English department. Steve Kazmar, 26 years and longtime chair of our culinary arts program. Along with Jimmy Kanamaki, 13 years also in culinary arts. And Carolee Parker, 24 years here teaching humanities and the arts. Thank you. All of you have inspiring stories. Students and faculty, all of you have achieved so much, and all of you should be extremely proud to be part of the class of 2018. Remember the role that Trade Tech played in your life. Give back to the students who will follow you. Let them know where the good jobs are here in Los Angeles. Recruit them. I leave you with one piece of advice provided to me by someone I know. She wrote, and I quote, "Climb the mountain, not to plant the flag, but to embrace the challenge, enjoy the air, and behold the view. Climb it not so the world can see you. Climb the mountain so you can see the world." Speaking for our administrators, faculty, staff, and our honored guests, thank you, class of 2018, for climbing the mountain today. The journey continues, but today we celebrate. We will not forget you. Okay, our next speaker is one of our elected Board of Trustees. He got his start in teaching for 10 years here at LA Trade Technical College in our labor center as the management rep. He spent decades as a president of colleges in our district, 15 years alone at East LA College. He was then elected to the board that oversees all 9 of the colleges in our district, and he is probably the most knowledgeable person about community colleges in our history anywhere in Los Angeles. Please give a warm Trade Tech welcome to board member Ernest Moreno.
Thank you. You know, they dress you up like this, and then you have to be serious. It's kind of a funny thing to do. Welcome on behalf of the Los Angeles Community College District Board of Trustees to the 2018 annual commencement ceremonies at Los Angeles Trade Technical College. This is homecoming for me. I started teaching at LA Trade Tech more than 40 years ago. It was my first teaching assignment. It was in many ways the foundation for my career in education, concluding as president of East Los Angeles College. I'm a proud community college graduate, being the first in my family to ever attend any college and graduate from one. I'm a Vietnam War veteran, and now it's popular. It wasn't then, I might add. Thank you for the adulation. It was the beginning and the start that opened doors to opportunities I never dreamt I would ever have. LA Trade Tech has an extraordinary history of success, graduating thousands of graduates over the many years, and now more than ever, with the phenomenal improvement in our nation's economy, doors and opportunities will open unlike ever before. I love you too. It is and will be the best of times. To the graduates of Trade Tech, skill-based education is our country's future. LA Trade Tech is the best place to be. Thank you, faculty, staff, and administration for your dedication and hard work in preparing these graduates tonight. Thank you, the family and friends, for your support and understanding. And finally, thank you, the graduates, for your hard work and perseverance. So on behalf of the LA Board of Trustees, LA Community College Board of Trustees, congratulations to you all. Thank you.
I'll give you something. Oh, right here.
Thank you.
From Trade Tech to our esteemed trustee.
Now I have to vote your direction.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It is now my pleasure to introduce Jeanette Gordon, Chief Financial Officer and Treasurer for the LA Community College District, to bring greetings from the district.
Good evening. My speech says good afternoon because I thought this started at 5. I'm Jeanette Gordon, Chief Financial Officer, Treasurer for the Los Angeles Community College District, and I'm here on behalf of Chancellor Dr. Francisco Rodriguez to congratulate you, the 2018 graduates of Los Angeles Trade Technical College, on the successful completion of this phase of your education. I know that some of you thought this day would never come. And then there are some of you that are saying, where did the time go? Whatever your thoughts were in this area, you're done now. Some of you will be continuing your academic careers, and others will be joining the workforce full time. Whatever it is that you decide to do, greet the future with no limits. I wish you all the very best of luck and continued success. And remember, don't put off until tomorrow that which can be done today. Thank you for allowing me to share this time with you.
Thank you so much for being here today. So, I'm going to introduce Dr. Martin Diaz has one of the most powerful and important jobs on this campus. He is the Campus Academic Senate President. Do not be fooled by his understated demeanor. He sees all and knows all. Please welcome Martin Diaz to the microphone.
Thank you, Larry Frank. As the representative of the Academic Senate here at Los Angeles Trade Technical College, let me extend a warm welcome to all of you here, and especially to you, our graduating class of 2018. My colleagues and I are so proud of you and your accomplishments. It has been our privilege to guide you through your educational goals. At this moment, I would like to ask all of the faculty members from LATTC to stand up and be recognized. So please stand. Our talented instructors are second to none, so thank you. And now, I would like to introduce Faculty of the Year. In true fashion, we actually have two outstanding faculty members, Artemio Navarro from Engineering, Mr. George Perez from Diesel and Related Technologies. Please stand to be recognized, and let's give them a hand. Thank you for your service. And finally, everything you see today is a team effort. And I would like to thank our classified staff for all their hard work. We have the best staff here. So please give them a hand as well, for without them, this college could not function. Thank you.
So the graduation committee comes together to figure out who we can recruit for our commencement speaker. Involves everybody from the campus. So the graduation committee tapped our commencement speaker for many reasons this year. One was because years ago, he sat where you now sit, graduating from LATTC. He graduated with an associate's degree in liberal arts and a second degree in automotive collision. He worked in the industry, but found a voice not far, rooted in the community, not far from this campus. I am hoping he will share his story with you. Please welcome Angelo Logan, our commencement speaker.
Thank you, Larry. When I say LA, you say Trade Tech. LA. 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 Hello, good people. 20 years ago, I received my AA, and a couple years after that, my AS from this school. And tonight, I'm honored to be here with you as part of your college community. When the school asked me to speak tonight, I hesitated. I felt like, why would you want me here, an average Joe, to speak in front of so many cool people like you? And as I thought about it, I thought that is exactly the opposite of what I learned here so many years ago. And by using what I learned here, I've become blessed. One of the reasons that I'm blessed is because we are blessed to have an institution like LA Trade Tech here in this great city. Without LA Trade Tech, I may have been in a totally different place. See, I grew up in a situation that was leading me into a school to prison pipeline. At 10th grade, I dropped out of high school and ended up in a dead-end job. Struggling to make it from month to month, I felt like I had no options. No high school diploma, no training, no opportunity. And that, in part, led me to a number of bad choices. I didn't drop out of high school because I didn't thrive on learning or because I lacked interest, drive, or potential. I dropped out because that school at that time did not have systems in place to support students like myself. LA Trade Tech, on the other hand, was a world apart. When I eventually made my way here, I not only received the support I needed, but I was also given the opportunities that I had not been given before. The opportunity to really learn, to really understand the subject, to really digest and contemplate a topic. I was given the opportunity to embrace my love for learning. Even as I struggled the basics like reading and math, the fact that I was drifting from couch to couch, or job to job, this community lifted me up. Whether it was the tutor center or the job center or the counselors, this community lifted me up. The community here at LA Trade Tech was a whole new experience. A community that told me that I could, not that I could not. A community that expected me to succeed. A community that demanded that my voice be heard, insisted that my opinion was not just important but imperative. Shortly after I graduated from Trade Tech, my neighborhood was hit hard with cancer. The deadly air pollution from the local rail yards, freeways, and factories were harming my community. Literally dozens upon dozens of people were dying in my community. It would have been easy for me and my neighbors to avoid the situation, to pretend it would go away, to settle for what we had been handed. But the situation was not and is not acceptable. And we needed to stand up and defend our community. So for the last couple of decades, I've been fighting for environmental justice to make sure that everyone has clean air, a healthy, safe, and cancer-free environment. I have advocated for our communities from City Hall to the White House. One of the reasons that I was able to step up to this challenge is because I was given the skills and confidence to stand up for my community. It was impressed upon me by this college community that I not only have the ability, but I have the duty to stand up and help my neighborhood. And I want to impress upon you the same. You not only have the ability, but the duty to have your voice heard. Your community here at Trade Tech has supported you so that you can succeed in your field and prepare you to participate in your community by inserting your opinion where it's needed to be heard, whether that's on campus or in your local government or by voting. One part of the college community is made up of staff, instructors, and faculty. Can we give it up for them? Folks like Brian Frere, our Miss Lay, who put in so many hours to make sure you have the tools you need to succeed in the field of your field and in your life. And the other part of the community, the college community, is you. How about giving yourself a hand? Yeah? A little bit louder. The student body, whether you're on the advanced transportation and manufacturing pathway, can I hear it? The construction and maintenance and utility pathway, cosmetology, applied sciences, business, public service, culinary arts, there we are, design and media arts, health and related sciences, our liberal arts pathway. You support each other, you have encouraged each other, and you have given the helping hand each of you need. Now, I seen it last week when I visited the auto collision class. Where you at? Auto collision. Where you at? There you are back there. I also seen it in the skin therapy program. You all did it, and you're doing it individually and together. Some might say that you're the future, but I believe that you're not only the future, but you are also the now. You are today. You are LA. You make up this city, and you continue to make this city great. You will style our hair. You'll build the skyscrapers. You'll repair our cars. You will design our websites, care for our children, paint our signs, and build our communities. As you continue to make LA the best LA can be, and as you continue to achieve your goals and dreams, remember your community. Remember the support you received here working through your time at LA Trade Tech. And remember to return the support to your friends, your family, and your community. Remember to lift each other up. You not only have the ability, but you have the duty to have your voice heard when needed and to speak truth to power. Thank you for being you, and congratulations.
So we do have a little gift for Angelo. Can we give him another round of applause, please? The team is helping each other out. That's what we do here at Trade Tech, right? All right, well, buenas tardes. My name is Kenisha Tarrant. I'm the Vice President of Pathways and Student Affairs. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce one of your very own, our ASO President, Robert Peacock.
Good evening, everyone. If you're a graduate, I want to hear your voice. Please let me hear a roar or claps or something. That's what I'm talking about. We're in the house. I am Robert Peacock, your Associate Student Organization President. On my behalf of the ASO, congratulations to the class of 2018. Let me hear it one more time. I thank you guys for allowing me into your lives, and I appreciate you so much. Let's do this. Goodbye.
Love our students. That's what we're here for. And now you're going to hear from one of your very own in just a minute. And I can read to you everything that she's accomplished so far here at Trade. But there's a spirit about this woman that can't be conveyed via paper. So I know that she's going to bring that to you in just a minute. That's right. You know who I'm talking about. Miss Ria Lambe, she's graduating today with her Associate's in the Arts degree in Liberal Arts and Behavioral and Social Sciences, and will be transferring to Cal State Dominguez Hills to pursue her bachelor's degree in sociology with a minor in women's studies. It is now my pleasure to introduce you to your very own Ria.
Look at yourselves, look around, look next to each other, give somebody a high five, give yourselves a round of applause. Congratulations, Los Angeles Community College graduating class of 2018. Like, we for real did this, right? We did it. You know, one of the things that was brought to my attention a couple of days ago are these moments that we have about full circle moments. So exactly 23 years ago, almost to the very day, as a high school student, Trade Tech happened to be the campus. I think they had an auditorium. I actually walked across that stage 23 years ago with a son who is here today. Happy birthday, son. I'm so proud of you. I love you. Good evening. To our esteemed Los Angeles Community College District administrators, faculty, support staff, and our patient children, and our extended friends and family. It is with great pride and joy that I stand before you on behalf of the graduating class of 2018. Words cannot express the overwhelming joy, self-pride, and relief I'm sure we all have in our hearts today. There may have been many obstacles that could have derailed you from this day, but here we are. We stood the test of time and proven that we have something special within ourselves. Like many of you this evening, my story caused me to doubt that I could ever achieve my goals. January of 1989, my journey began as a young child. My mother would leave behind her two sons. My brother Sean, rest in power. I know you're looking down on me. I know you're so proud of me. My younger brother Raphael. And with me in tow, we would make California our destination. I spent my formative years here in South LA, where I was educated, shaped, and cultivated. I wanted to emulate the people that influenced me. That would be my mother, who was an educator, and my father, who is a human rights attorney. I always knew that higher education would be the only way that I'd be able to attain my goals. While I made the most of my high school education, the memory of my guidance counselor calling me into her office to inquire about me starting a college application process will forever be etched in my memory. I could only give her a blank stare because I've always known that I was an illegal alien. Despite no human being being illegal, I always knew and understood that sharing my undocumented status wasn't something you did outside of the home. I chose instead to share with her that I was pregnant and that I would not be going to college. I had to sit on the sidelines and watch my friends plan their collegiate lives. I could not have felt more cheated at that time in my life. On January 2nd, and again on this very campus, my last high school graduation, I walked into a future made uncertain by this very country, the country that I love. Although I marched on to create a life for myself, my thirst for higher education never went unwavered. This road wasn't always easy. I kept my undocumented status a secret until April 6, 2014. You know, there's something to be said about secrets, right? And it was amazing when I shared that story and came out, and it helped me free myself and help to contribute to the woman that I'm becoming more and more. I would continue to live in the fear in the fear and the shadows of what it is to be an undocumented citizen. Although I had no idea how I would achieve my goals, I've always believed in where there's a will, there's a way. August 26, 2013, the opportunity to return to school would come to fruition. Although I walked on the campus of trade as a nervous, scared, Black, undocumented 37-year-old woman who had not stepped into a classroom in 18 years, a mother with 4 children who ranged between the age of 19 through 8 and now 20, 24 today, a 17-year-old and a 12-year-old, a woman in search of her future. Like most of us attending an inner city college, we have faced many socioeconomic challenges. I chose to build a community and network here at Trade. I think one of the recurring theme here is this community that we have here at Trade. Due to that support, I felt safe and confident to share my secret with, I don't think he's here, but I have to shout him out, Dr. Dean Lewis Dorado, our very beloved Larry Frank. They, along with countless instructors, staff, and programs such as EOPNS, CARE, and Umoja, would be instrumental in getting me where I am today. I'm sure many of you can attest to the support that Trade has played in your own personal journey. As we're reminded, we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors, and the quote that stood so much to me is a quote by Baba Nelson Mandela. It always seems impossible until it's done. Those words cannot be more truer than now. This is the day. This is the day that we have all worked for. We did it. We actually did it. We did not let obstacles derail us from this moment. Even in the midst of uncertainty, when there may have been times that the choice between actualizing the completion of a semester or the abdicating of this process would have been the easy way out. But today is the day that we chose to do all that was necessary to change our lives for the better. Look at yourselves, y'all. We stood the course. Besides being a place of support for me, Trade has served as a stepping stone in the progression of my future. I am graduating with my Associate's Arts degree in the Liberal Arts pathway, Behavioral and Social Science. I will be transferring to Cal State Dominguez Hills, stats come through please, to pursue my bachelor's degree in sociology with a minor in women's studies. In closing, even though receiving accolades and rewards and praises is never, ever a bad thing, we have proven to ourselves that we do have something special within us. So with that being said, big up your chest and stand proud. Yes, my classmates and my friends and colleagues and everybody that got us to this other side, you too big up your chest and stand proud. Sarah May, congratulations class of 2018, we did it. We did it. I've always shared very proudly that there is absolutely nothing extraordinary about me. But when I saw the opportunity for my education and to become a better person and to be an example to my children, I took that opportunity. I leave you with, I am a mother to 4 children, and again, happy birthday to my son. He was a year old the day that I walked across the stage, any type of stage. I knew that education would be the key to my success. I urge you, know your worth, pursue your purpose. You are great. Go ahead and do greatness. Thank you.
Good evening. Are we almost getting ready? Buenas tardes, good evening. My name is LATTC Barajas. I am a proud daughter of an LA Trade Tech graduate. And today I stand before you as Vice President of Pathway Innovation and Institutional Effectiveness. And I'm here to present or to tell you about the LACCD Distinguished Graduate Awards. So, the Distinguished Graduate Award is one of the most significant and praiseworthy honors available to students attending LA Trade Tech College. In order to be considered for this award, a candidate must, number one, petition for the associate degree. Also, and listen to this, achieve a 3.7 grade point average or better on all college work attempted. These honor students today can be identified by the gold cords they are wearing. So we'd like these LACCD distinguished graduates, can you please stand and be recognized? Please stand if you are one of the distinguished graduates. You know who you are, you've got that cord. Thank you. You may be seated.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jim Lancaster. I'm the Vice President of Instruction here at Trade Tech. It's my job to begin the introduction and the presentation of candidates for degrees. Los Angeles Trade Technical College is authorized to confer the degrees of Associate in Arts, Associate in Science, and Associate for Degree for Transfer. To qualify for a degree, the student must complete the following requirements: a minimum of 60 semester units, including at least 18 semester units of study taken in a discipline or from related disciplines, at least 15 semester units of general education, a 2.0 grade point average or better in all work attempted in the curriculum, demonstration of competency in reading, in written expression, and in mathematics, and the completion of at least 12 of the units of work in residence and attendance at the college during the semester in which the requirements are completed. Will the candidates for the degree of Associate in Arts and Associate in Science and Associate Degree for Transfer please stand and be recognized? Awesome. You may be seated. Next, I'd like to present the candidates for Certificate of Achievement. A student is awarded a Certificate of Achievement when he or she has successfully completed an approved sequence of courses and/or experiences offered through the college and maintain a grade average of C or better in a trade or technical field. Will the candidates for the Certificate of Achievement please stand and be recognized? Awesome. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Okay. Settle down. Now the time that you've been waiting for is finally here. It is asked that students stay until all names have been called and the president confers degrees and certificates. Students, please wait for your ushers to give you the signal to come up to the stage. You will then present your name cards to the vice president, who will announce your name. You will have your picture taken by one of our professional photographers, so be sure to smile. Give them your good side. We also ask you to remain until the conclusion of the ceremony, when I come back on stage and say, please leave. Ushers, please begin to bring the students to the left and to the right side of our stage. Thank you.
Okay. Marisol Hernandez Moreno. AS degree, Child Development, Early Childhood Education, Transfer Certificate, Child Development, Preschool Associate Teacher. Andrea Dion Robertson, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Behavioral and Social Sciences.
Hi, Mr. Ron. I love everybody. Thank you. Oh, I love you guys.
You gotta keep going.
I gotta keep going.
Emmanuel Bush Senior, Certificate, Computer Information Systems, AA Liberal Arts, Behavioral and Social Sciences. Rosalva Orepos, AS Transfer Degree, Child Development, Early Care and Education, Liberal Arts Degree.
Go down the middle?
Yes. Irma Guadalupe Angeles, AA Degree, Child Development, Plan A, Certificate, American Sign Language. Lucille E. Thomas, Certificate, Barbering.
Lakeisha Deschanel Green, AA degree, Cosmetology.
Trina Siobhan Nguyen, Certificate.
Luis Sandoval, AS degree, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Viridiana Perez, Certificate, Fashion Merchandising.
Robique Sarkisian, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance. Edwin Giovanni Aquino, AS degree, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Ria Lambe, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Behavioral and Social Sciences.
Jessica Abela Morales, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Sciences.
Robert Peacock, AS degree, Process Technology, Certificate, Process Technology.
Blanca Alicia Nolasco, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Sciences.
Luis Angel Armijo, AA degree, Cosmetology, Certificate, Cosmetology.
Christina Miner, Certificate, Skin Therapy.
Daniela Cepeda, Certificate, Cosmetology. Mario Jose Fernandez, Certificate, Cosmetology.
Lele Bochekian, AA Fashion Design.
Jennifer Marie Villanova, Certificate, Cosmetology.
Roosevelt James Warner, Certificate, Motorcycle Repair Mechanics.
Maria Orpesa, Certificate, Cosmetology.
Alan Contreras, Certificate, Motorcycle Repair Mechanics.
Allison Jara Lopez, AS degree, Cosmetology, Certificate, Cosmetology.
Anthony Alexander Betancourt, Certificate, Rail Vehicle Maintenance.
Asaya Afero, AS degree, Electrical Construction and Maintenance, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Oren Mendoza, Certificate, Rail Vehicle Maintenance.
Luis E. Brown, AS degree, Plumbing, Certificate, Plumbing.
Eric Roberto Rivera, Certificate, Rail Vehicle Maintenance.
Ruth Elizabeth Waters, Certificate, Cosmetology.
Hugo Romero, Certificate, Rail Vehicle Maintenance.
Venice Alexis, Certificate, Cosmetology.
Kevin D. Brooks, Certificate, Diesel and Related Technology.
Leslie Torres, Certificate, Child Development, Preschool Associate Teacher, Certificate, Child Development, Preschool Teacher.
Gabriel Arturo Celis, Certificate, Rail Vehicle Maintenance and Certificate in Diesel and Related Technologies.
Shantiera Baker, AA degree, Child Development, Plan A.
Kevin Michael White, Certificate, Rail Vehicle Maintenance and Motorcycle Repair Mechanics.
Gloria Diaz, Certificate Child Development Preschool Associate Teacher.
Christian Dominguez, Certificate Diesel and Related Technology.
Daisy Rolon, AA Degree Cosmetology, Certificate Cosmetology.
Javante Peterson, AS Degree Welding, Gas and Electric, and Certificate Welding, Gas and Electric.
Jashonda Sherelle Arrington, AA Degree Paralegal Studies, Certificate Paralegal Studies.
Edgar Martinez, Certificate Labor Studies.
Fabian Gaspar, AS Degree Welding, Gas and Electric, Certificate Welding, Gas and Electric.
David Perugia, Certificate Labor Studies.
Alan Francisco May, Certificate Automotive Collision Repair.
Adrian Pavicio Verdi, AS Degree Computer Information Systems and Certificate as well.
Yvette Maguiron, AA Degree Child Development, Plan A, Certificate Child Development Site Supervisor, Certificate Child Development Preschool Teacher, Certificate Child Development Preschool Associate Teacher.
Noreen Angeles, Certificate Carpentry.
Lucia Yasmin Baden, AA Degree Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Carlos Mejia, Certificate Carpentry.
Molly Croton, Visual Communications, AA Degree.
Angel Daniel Sandoval, Certificate Carpentry.
Carrie Thomas Mayfield, Certificate Professional Baking. Dominique Louise Tanner, Certificate Visual Communications.
Matias Madera, Certificate Diesel and Related Technology.
Joshua Oviedo Mejia, AA Degree Visual Communications, Certificate Visual Communications.
Elijah Andrew Hernandez, Certificate Diesel and Related Technology.
Sidon Tanekin Tajidi, AA Degree Electrical Construction and Maintenance, Construction Technician.
Sergio Becerra, Certificate Rail Vehicle Maintenance.
Mark Charles Dewberry, Certificate Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Randall Allen Alford, AS Degree Electrical Construction and Maintenance, Certificate Energy Systems Technology Fundamentals, and Certificate in Electrical Construction Maintenance.
Kanling Wan, AS Degree Plumbing, Certificate Plumbing.
Christopher Schaefer, AS Degree in Renewable Energy Technician and emphasis in Solar PV Technology.
Tamara Kinima Nuez, Certificate Cosmetology.
Rick Ortiz, AA Degree in Electrical Construction and Maintenance and Certificate in Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Shirley Nicole Harris, AA Degree, Certificate Cosmetology.
David Martinez, Certificate Barbering.
Denisha LaShawn Henson, Certificate Cosmetology.
Diane Elizabeth Mejia, AA Degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Behavioral and Social Sciences.
Marquita Kelly Lynch, AA Degree Cosmetology, Certificate Cosmetology.
Eduardo Cuellar, Certificate Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Mechanics.
Griselda Gomez, Certificate Cosmetology.
Miguel Torres, AA Degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Behavioral and Social Sciences.
Delia Rao, Certificate Cosmetology.
Jose Macab, AS Degree in Electrical Construction and Maintenance and Certificate in Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Natalie Cecilia Isidro, Certificate Cosmetology.
Shania Patterson, Certificate in Child Development, Preschool Associate Teacher.
Mercedes Barajas, AA Degree Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science, AS Degree Registered Nursing.
Mercedes Sherrington, Certificate in Child Development, Preschool Associate Teacher.
Leticia Contreras, AS Degree Registered Nursing, AA Degree Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Kimari Beaumont, Certificate Rail Systems Technology.
Jamie Lara, AS Degree Registered Nursing, AA Degree Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Juan Carlos Cardenas, Certificate Rail Vehicle Maintenance.
Karen Christine Deering, AS Degree Registered Nursing, AA Degree Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Jason Michael Espinosa, Certificate Rail Vehicle Maintenance.
Linda S. Lux, AS Degree Registered Nursing, AA Degree Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Norman Fair, Certificate Rail Vehicle Maintenance.
Chelsea Gon Ramos, AS Degree Registered Nursing, AA Degree Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Mayo Pregoso, Certificate Rail Vehicle Maintenance.
Rhea T, AA Degree Liberal Arts, Natural Sciences, AS Degree Nursing Registered.
Army Sandoval, Certificate Rail Vehicle Maintenance and Certificate in Motorcycle Repair Mechanics.
Jonah Brian Mascarenas, AS Degree Registered Nursing, AA Degree Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Delfina Gomez, AA Degree Liberal Arts and Sciences, Behavioral and Social Science, and CSU Certification.
Shamika Latrice Ward, AS Degree Registered Nursing, AA Degree Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Graciela Gomez, AS Degree in Child Development Plan A, AS Degree Child Development Plan B.
Juana Vera, Certificate CAOT Information Processing Specialist.
Milebi Pinto, AA Degree in Business Administration Accounting and Certificate in Accounting Clerk.
Luis Enrique Maldonado, AS Degree Liberal Arts and Science, Behavioral and Social Sciences.
Linda Regina Williams, AA Degree in CAOT Administrative Assistant Certificate CAOT Administrative Assistant.
Noemi Francisco Gill, AA degree, Child Development Plan A, AS degree, Child Development, Early Childhood Education Transfer.
Makita Birdsong, AA and Certificate in Business Marketing and Public Relations, and AA in Retail Management with a Certificate in Small Business Entrepreneurship.
Martine Ruiz, AA degree, Architectural Technology, Certificate, Architectural Technology.
Dulce Maria Jimenez, AS degree in Child Development, Early Childhood Education, Transfer, AS degree in Child Development Plan A, and Certificate in Child Development Preschool Teacher.
Giovanni Castillo, Certificate, Computer Information Systems.
Annalise Rodriguez, Certificate Child Development Preschool Associate Teacher.
Vanessa Karina Valcarcel, Certificate, Architectural Technology.
Guillermo Hernandez, AA in Liberal Arts with Behavioral Sciences.
John Elby, Liberal Arts, Behavioral and Social Sciences, AA degree.
Miguel Angel Camacho, Certificate Carpentry.
Lawanda Myers, AS degree, Visual Communications, Certificate, Visual Communications.
Jose Angel Guardado, AS degree in Carpentry and Certificate in Carpentry.
Abigail Cuevas, Certificate, Architectural Technology.
Josue Josh Castro, Certificate Carpentry.
Noemi Cuevas, Certificate, Architectural Technology.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Karine Sahi, Certificate, Sign Graphics.
Marisha Robinson, AA in Culinary Arts, AA degree in Restaurant Management, and AA in Liberal Arts, Natural Sciences.
Allison Denise Larkin, AA degree, Child Development Plan B, Certificate, Child Development, Teacher with Special Needs, Certificate, Child Development, Infant Toddler Teacher.
Andrea Williams, AA in Real Estate.
Julia Guevara, Certificate, Small Business Entrepreneurship, AA Management Supervision.
Kaisha Thompson, AA in Culinary.
Heather Alexandra Tesfaye Ortega, Certificate, Cosmetology.
Gerardo Cardosa Virgen, Certificate in Diesel and Related Technology.
Idania Zeleni Guerrera Velasquez Ramirez, AA degree, Cosmetology, Certificate, Cosmetology.
Marlene Gutierrez, AA in Paralegal Studies.
Catalina Camargo, Certificate, Cosmetology.
Daniel Alvarez, Certificate in Automotive and Related Technologies.
Michael Ramos Acosta, AA degree, Architectural Technology, Certificate, Architectural Technology.
Vanessa Graciela Granado Sanchez, Certificate in Chemical Technology.
Sharice Brown, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Diana de Jesus.
Sergio Mendoza, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Certificate in Administration and Justice.
Yvonne Perez, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Jasmine Mitchell, Certificate in Chemical Technology.
Lisandro Gomez, AS degree, Registered Nursing, AS degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Abdul Haq Agnes, Associate degree in Transfer in Mathematics.
Lisa Cottrell, AS degree, Registered Nursing, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science. Aram Momo Lingat Escoto, AS degree, Registered Nursing, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Janet Alcida, AA degree in Liberal Arts and Science, Behavioral and Social Sciences.
Tasia Martinez, AS degree, Registered Nursing.
Juan Perez, Certificate, Advanced Manufacturing and Technology.
Karina Ramos, AS degree, Registered Nursing, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Edric Harapetrian, Certificate of Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Mechanics.
Rosalinda Rangel, AS degree, Registered Nursing, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Wilfredo Archia, Certificate of Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Mechanics.
Destiny Andrea Ramirez, AS degree, Administration and Justice, Transfer.
Daisy Garcia Hernandez, AA and degree in CAOT, Administrative Assistant as well.
Brenda Avila, AA degree, Child Development Plan B, Certificate, Child Development, Infant Toddler Teacher.
Stephanie Jeanette Morales, Certificate CAOT, Administrative Assistant.
Leonora Diaz, AA degree, Child Development Plan B, Certificate, Child Development, School Age Program Teacher, Certificate, Child Development, Preschool Teacher.
Ogonis Bandelian, AS degree in Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Mechanics.
Marisa Graus, AS degree, Child Development, Early Childhood Education Transfer, AA degree, Child Development, Plan A.
Neville Leonard, Certificate in Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Mechanics.
David Paynon.
Valeria Pichado, Certificate, Child Development, Preschool Associate Teacher.
David Peinado, Certificate in Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Mechanics.
Kimberly Paola Martinez, AA degree, Administration of Justice, Transfer.
Alan Arcos, Certificate in Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Mechanics.
Milton Mesquita Miranda, AS degree, Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Mechanics, Certificate, Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Mechanics.
Irma Enrique Martinez, Certificate in Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
David Eli Masters, AS degree, Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Mechanics, Certificate, Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Mechanics.
Sofia Salvador, AS degree and Certificate in Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Asumen Omorga, AS degree, Computer Information Systems.
Ruben Burciaga, AS degree and Certificate in Diesel and Related Technologies.
Martha Riqueño, Certificate CAOT, Medical Office Assistant, Certificate CAOT, Administrative Assistant.
Rosalind Leon Coffey, Certificate Business Administration and Management Supervision.
Suzanne Taneo Covarrubias, Certificate CAOT, Medical Office Assistant, Certificate Senior Care Technician.
Maria Julieta Silva, Certificate Cosmetology.
Jessica Velasquez, Certificate Child Development, Preschool Associate Teacher.
Helvin Navarro, AA degree in Cosmetology and Certificate in Cosmetology.
Sandra Carron Salgado, AA degree, Child Development, Certificate, Child Development, Infant Toddler Teachers, Child Development Preschool Teacher, Child Development Teacher with Special Needs.
Elia Ponciano, Certificate in Cosmetology.
Marco Antonio Alanis, Certificate, Culinary Arts.
Stephanie Rico, Certificate Cosmetology.
Miriam Martinez, AA degree, Liberal Arts, Behavioral and Social Sciences.
Nancy Belen Castellan.
Nancy Belen Castellan Leal, Certificate Cosmetology.
Karen K. Jaime Serrano, AA degree, Liberal Arts.
Samuel Perez Jr.
Samuel Perez Jr., AS degree in Wastewater System Technology.
Edward Perez Jaime, Certificate, Automotive Collision Repair.
Calvin Eber Sr., AS degree in Wastewater Systems Technology.
Andy Contreras, Certificate, Automotive Collision Repair.
Jorge Galdames, AST degree in Kinesiology.
Carlos Carrillo, Certificate, Automotive Collision Repair.
Amani Kai Ellis, Certificate, Fashion Design.
Aaron Hernandez Jaime, Certificate, Plumbing.
Leticia Chico, Certificate, Cosmetology.
Richard Gary Hall Jr., Certificate, Sign Graphics.
Natalie Hart, Certificate, Labor Studies.
Yedrick Yepes, Certificate, Sign Graphics.
Barbara Jean Whittington.
Barbara Jean Whittington, Certificate, Labor Studies.
Amira Islam Jones, Certificate, Cosmetology.
Beth Zendejas.
Beth Zendejas, Certificate, Labor Studies.
Shimmy Begin, Certificate, Cosmetology.
Sancy Black, Certificate, Labor Studies.
Mariette Tonette Anderson, Certificate, Business Administration, Management Supervision.
Sally Irene Sutal, Certificate, Labor Studies.
Camagelo Betty Rapia, AA degree, Business Administration, Management Supervision, Certificate, Business Administration, Management Supervision.
Michelle Martinez, AS degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Behavioral and Social Sciences.
Gambitar Sanjavar, AS degree, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Jason Avilar, AA degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Behavioral and Social Sciences.
Hector Daniel Castrita, AS degree, Wastewater Systems Technology.
Christine Alejandra Marquez, AA and Certificate in Professional Baking.
Marissa C. Russell, Certificate, Culinary Arts.
Victor Gomez, AS degree in Chemistry, AA degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Natural Sciences.
Charles Adrian Yadal, AA degree, Culinary Arts, Certificate, Culinary Arts.
Betsy Yadira Hernandez, AA degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Natural Science.
Yosef R. Gomez, Certificate, Culinary Arts.
Fernando Marti Correna, AA degree in Visual Communications.
Shoshana Mona Taylor, AA degree, Fashion Merchandising, Certificate, Fashion Merchandising.
Claudia Montes, Certificate, Cosmetology.
Lakeisha L. Reed, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Natalie Garcia, Certificate, Cosmetology.
Kristen Gail Baylor, Certificate, Fashion Merchandising.
Amy Abrego, AA degree in Professional Baking.
Lisa L. Davis, AS degree, Registered Nursing, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Maria Elena Jimenez Portillo, Certificate in Professional Baking.
Rico D. Johnson, AA degree, Child Development, Plan A, Certificate, Child Development, Preschool Teacher.
Christine Castro, Certificate, Professional Baking.
Olivia Hobson, Certificate, Child Development, Preschool Associate Teacher.
Elizabeth Martinez, AA degree in Professional Baking and Certificate in Professional Baking.
Sarah C. Pena, Certificate, CAOT, Medical Office Assistant.
Joanne Elizabeth Burley, Certificate in Culinary Arts and Certificate in Professional Baking.
Karina Catalan, AA degree, visual communication.
Jose Perez, certificate, electrical construction and maintenance.
William Wong, certificate, culinary arts. Melissa Marin, AA degree, culinary arts, certificate, culinary arts.
Jesse Caballero, AS degree and certificate in electrical construction and maintenance.
Claudia Elizabeth Carlos, certificate, culinary arts, AA degree, culinary arts.
Oscar Ortega, certificate, electrical construction and maintenance.
Brenda Contreras Zavalita, AA degree, culinary arts.
Kevin Martinez, certificate, power line mechanic.
Ashley Melanice Davis, certificate, culinary arts.
Kate Gallegos, AS degree in renewable energy generation and transmission and distribution with power line mechanic emphasis and certificate in utility industry fundamentals and certificate in energy system technology fundamentals.
Jennifer E. Kate, certificate, cosmetology.
Riley Alfred, certificate, power line mechanic.
Natasha Eulenia Nicole Cato, certificate, cosmetology.
Connor Sean Gibson, certificate, power line mechanic.
Julissa Herrera, certificate, cosmetology.
Vidal Jones, certificate, power line mechanic.
Simaji Kiara Hill, certificate, cosmetology.
Damian De La Cruz, certificate, power line mechanic.
Golden Mercedes Rodas Castillo, certificate, cosmetology.
Alfonso Rodriguez, certificate, power line mechanic.
Roxana A. Beltran, certificate, cosmetology.
David Browdy, certificate, power line mechanic.
Olga Rincon, certificate, cosmetology.
Eduardo Magdaleno, certificate, power line mechanic.
John Gomez, certificate, cosmetology.
Johnny James Jr., certificate, power line mechanic.
Joshua Marquez, certificate, cosmetology.
Tyreek Wall, certificate, power line mechanic.
Angel S. Carizosa, certificate, carpentry.
Martin Alonso, certificate, power line mechanic.
James Harris, AS degree, labor studies.
Good. Ravi Levy.
Shamakin Kelly, professional baking.
Ravi Levy, certificate, labor studies.
Miriam Donnelly Roden, certificate, culinary arts.
Luptika Huerta, AS degree in microcomputer technician, certificate in microcomputer technician.
Francis T.J. Houston, AA degree, culinary arts, certificate, culinary arts.
Aaron Sykoff, AA degree in labor studies.
Damian P. Boo, certificate, professional baking, AA culinary arts, professional baking.
Bonnie Eileen Butler, AA degree in labor studies.
Nicole J. Petty, certificate, culinary arts.
John Pierce, AA degree in labor studies.
Jonathan McDonald, certificate, culinary arts. Makala Nicole Smith, AA degree, culinary arts, certificate, culinary arts.
Valeria Celestine Hurdle, AA degree in liberal studies and certificate in labor studies.
Benson Christopher George, certificate, culinary arts.
Oscar Aviles, certificate, labor studies.
Shanice Denise Dixon, AA degree, culinary arts, certificate, culinary arts.
Nicole Pilar Williams, certificate, skin therapy.
Janelle Kennedy, certificate, culinary arts.
Drew Jordan Hill, certificate, skin therapy.
Vardell Henry, certificate, culinary arts.
Victor Butler, certificate, motorcycle technologies.
Bryson Jamal Alexander, certificate, culinary arts.
Vanessa Marie Blufford, certificate, child development, preschool associate teacher.
Tatiana Shanae Bourgeois, AA degree, restaurant management.
Aliyah Elbe.
Destiny J. Willis, certificate, culinary arts.
Aliyah Elbe, certificate, paralegal study.
Ricky Rivera, certificate, fashion design. Sandra L. Estevez, AA degree, business administration, real estate, certificate, business administration, real estate.
Rafael Moreno Castro, certificate, CNC machine shop.
Bernardo Vergara, AS degree, correctional science, certificate, correctional science.
Fernando Ramirez, certificate, fashion design.
Jacqueline Poulet, certificate, cosmetology.
Nashay Nicole Walker, AA degree in liberal arts and sciences, natural sciences.
Bridget Perez, certificate, cosmetology.
Roxana Para, AA degree in liberal arts and sciences, natural sciences.
Mara A. Gonzalez, certificate, cosmetology.
Cristina Osorio, AA liberal arts, natural sciences.
Ana Maria Guadalupe Velez, AA degree, cosmetology, certificate, cosmetology.
Enzo Osni Ibarra, AA degree in fashion design and certificate in fashion design.
Stephanie L. Collins, associate's degree cosmetology, certificate cosmetology.
Diana Ortega, AS degree in liberal arts and sciences, natural sciences.
Karina Beltran Godinez, AS degree child development, early childhood education, transfer.
Michelle Cote, AA degree and certificate in fashion design.
Krista Morales, AS degree administration and justice, transfer.
Manuel Dominguez, certificate tailoring and certificate in fashion design.
Michelle Yvette Smith, certificate senior care technician, certificate labor studies.
Edgar Lopez, certificate power line mechanic.
Shamara M. Long, AS degree registered nursing, AA degree liberal arts and science, natural science.
Adam Jacob Diaz, certificate power line mechanic.
Guillermo Karina Ozario, certificate carpentry.
Cesar Rodrigo Barrios, certificate power line mechanic.
Yangfeng Wu, machine shop CNC certificate.
Norberto Ulloa, certificate power line mechanic.
Jason Williams Wells, AS degree renewable energy generation, transmission and distribution with power line mechanic emphasis.
Walter Rodriguez, certificate power line mechanic.
Luis Alberto Estrada, AS degree electrical construction and maintenance.
Timothy Joshua Reyes Melendez, certificate in power line mechanic.
Sofia Rios Bolognesi, AA fashion design.
Fernando Guildo, certificate power line mechanic.
Michael Jeremy Randolph, AA degree automotive and related technology, certificate automotive and related technology tune-up, certificate automotive and related technology transmission repair.
Winisha Griffin, AS degree in correctional sciences and certificate in correctional sciences.
Pedro Nunez, AS degree, automotive and related technology, certificate, automotive and related technology, certificate, automotive and related technology tune-up, certificate, automotive and related technology transmission repair.
Damon Lamont Madison, AS degree and certificate in carpentry.
Eric Harkin, certificate, automotive and related technology.
Eddie Cordero, AS degree and certificate in refrigeration and air conditioning mechanics.
Juan Perez, certificate, culinary arts.
Maritza Torres Hernandez, AS degree in process plant technology and certificate in process plant technology.
Larry Richard Brown III, certificate culinary arts.
Alberto Gamboa, AS degree in electrical construction and maintenance.
Keisha Sisek, AA degree child development, plan B.
Stephen Velasquez, certificate in electrical construction and maintenance.
Reed Wallace, certificate culinary arts.
Adriana Araceli Vasquez, AA degree and certificate in fashion design.
Ivory Christian White, AA degree restaurant management, certificate culinary arts.
Kayla Magana, AS degree in transfer and child development, early care and early childhood education.
Ruben Anthony Gutierrez, AA degree culinary arts, AA degree restaurant management, certificate culinary arts.
Kanika Cooks, AA degree in small business entrepreneurship, certificate in small business entrepreneurship, certificate in retail management, and certificate in business administration, management, and supervision.
Christian Arizumi, AA degree culinary arts, AA degree restaurant management.
Guadalupe Rosales, AA degree in small business entrepreneurship, AA degree in business administration, marketing, public relations, certificate in small business entrepreneurship, and certificate in business administration, marketing, and public relations.
Sandra Anderson, certificate culinary arts.
Joanna Arroyo, AA degree in paralegal studies.
Joshua Allen Whiteman, certificate culinary arts.
Mark Harmon, certificate energy systems technology fundamentals, certificate in solar PV installation and maintenance.
Monique Hernandez, certificate culinary arts.
Daisy Dorado, certificate labor studies.
Tiffany Husim O, certificate culinary arts.
Edwin Estrada, AA degree in liberal arts and sciences, behavioral and social sciences.
Anna Castro, AA degree fashion design, certificate fashion design.
Kimberly Stacy Chacon, certificate digital media.
Martin D. Gomez, AS degree plumbing, certificate plumbing.
Helen Stephanie Ceballos, AA degree in liberal arts and sciences, natural sciences.
Gio Tapar, certificate visual communication, certificate sign graphics.
Nelson Chavarria, AS degree in chemical technology and certificate in chemical technology.
Orchid Satellite Taylor, AS degree fashion merchandising.
Virgin Cabrera, AS degree in chemical technology.
Ashley Lorraine Lurana, AS degree fashion merchandising, certificate fashion merchandising.
Ani Galician, certificate fashion design.
Marcus Simeon Spites, AA degree business administration, management supervision, certificate business administration, management supervision.
Letitia M. Benjamin, AA degree in liberal arts and sciences, natural sciences.
Mighty Heidi Nicole de la Vega, AA degree liberal arts and science, behavioral and social sciences, certificate CSU certification.
Jamie Victoria Luna, certificate professional baking.
Sochi Maria Elena de la Vaga, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Behavioral and Social Sciences, Certificate CSU certification.
Yvette Monique Basulto, AA degree in Professional Baking, Certificate in Professional Baking.
Jesus Alfredo Cervera, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Roseanne Gapsai, AA degree in Professional Baking and Certificate in Professional Baking.
Daryl Ray McNair, AS degree, Chemical Technology, Certificate, Chemical Technology.
Eunice Sen, AA and Certificate in Professional Baking.
Carolina Mercedes Lepe, Certificate, Culinary Arts.
Jordan Tig Michelson, AA degree in Professional Baking and Certificate in Professional Baking.
David F. Casares, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Valerie Oshana Correal, Certificate and AA degree in Fashion Design.
Carlos Casares, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Maria de Jesus Frias Ledon, Certificate and degree in Fashion Design.
Sarah Carmela Cardenas, Certificate, Professional Baking, Certificate, Culinary Arts.
Francisco Herrera, AS degree and Certificate in Computer Information Systems.
Cynthia Aguilar, Certificate, Culinary Arts.
Denise Machado, AS degree in Administration of Justice, Transfer.
Isabella Monique Serrano, AA degree, Culinary Arts, AA degree, Professional Baking.
Patricia Abad, AA degree and Certificate in Child Development and Teacher with Special Needs, Infant Toddler Teacher.
Shannon Lorraine Adams, Certificate, Culinary Arts.
Maria Ramirez, AA degree in Child Development Plan B, AA degree in Child Development Plan A, and Certificate Child Development Teacher with Special Needs, and Certificate Child Development Infant Toddler Teacher.
Cecilia Reyes, AA degree, Culinary Arts, Certificate, Culinary Arts.
Degrees down there.
Cynthia Hernandez, AA degree in Child Development Plan B, and Certificate in Child Development Teacher with Special Needs and Infant Toddler.
Miguel Berrumen, Certificate, Culinary Arts.
Sara Rosas, AS degree and CSU certification, Child Development Early Childhood Education Transfer.
Roderick D. Johnson II, AA degree, Culinary Arts, Restaurant Management, Certificate, Culinary Arts, Restaurant Management.
Randy Wilfredo Martinez, AS degree in Child Development Early Childhood Education Transfer.
Tizita Alamayu, Certificate, Culinary Arts, AA degree, Culinary Arts, AA degree, Restaurant Management.
Ao Sapoa Sepa, AA degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Behavioral and Social Sciences.
Christopher Godinez, AS degree, Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Mechanics, Certificate, Operation and Maintenance Engineer, Steam Plant.
Jessica Virginia Moron, AA degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Behavioral and Social Sciences and Transfer.
Edwin Castillo, Certificate, Culinary Arts.
Alejandro Guadalupe Robles, AS degree, English Transfer and Certificate CSU, IGESI certification.
Francisca Alberta Hernandez, Certificate, Culinary Arts.
Takia Michelle Williams, AA degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Behavioral and Social Sciences, and Certificate CSU certification.
Hanicia Margot Lau, Certificate of Culinary Arts.
Brittany Monique Banks, Certificate Skin Therapy.
Ralph Nicole C. Rekena, AA degree, Restaurant Management, Certificate, Culinary Arts.
Atoya DeJour Tarrenton, Certificate Skin Therapy.
Youngju Kim, AA degree, Culinary Arts, Certificate, Culinary Arts.
Autumn Tyler Buford, Certificate Skin Therapy.
Patricia Perez, Certificate, Computer Application and Office Technology, Office Assistant Clerical, CAOT, Administrative Assistant.
Deshaun Pierce, Certificate Barbering.
Herbert R. Carranza, AA degree, Culinary Arts, Certificate, Culinary Arts.
Lynn Marie Kennedy, Certificate Barbering.
Cynthia Ann Bilbo, AA degree, Culinary Arts, AA degree, Professional Baking, AA degree, Restaurant Management.
Ryan J. Shamel, Certificate Barbering.
Jessica Balma, AS Transfer degree, Administration of Justice.
Keenan Keith Young, Certificate Barbering.
Lula B. Greer, Certificate, Small Business Entrepreneurship.
Marvin Ford Jr., Certificate Barbering.
Lino Arce, Certificate, Plumbing.
Karen Segura Padilla, AA degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Behavioral and Social Sciences.
Jose S. Jurado, Certificate, Plumbing.
Daisy Cabrera, AA degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Behavioral and Social Sciences, AS degree in Chemical Technology, Certificate, Child Development Preschool Associate Teacher, and Certificate in Chemical Technology.
Veronica Perez, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Behavioral and Social Sciences.
Mercedes Urena, AA degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Natural Sciences.
Norma J. Mahia, Certificate, Skin Therapy.
Gwendolyn Scott, Certificate, Paralegal Studies.
Ariana Guadalupe Luna, Certificate, Skin Therapy.
Circe A. Avila.
Circe A. Avila, AA degree in liberal arts and sciences, natural sciences.
Christina K. Teresa Lopez, certificate skin therapy.
China Smith, AA degree in liberal arts and sciences, behavioral and social sciences, AS degree in child development, early childhood education transfer, AA degree in child development plan A, certificate child development, teacher with special needs, and certificate in child development.
Monica Ivan Hernandez, certificate skin therapy.
Aisha Shamsuddin, AA degree in business administration, management supervision, and certificate in business administration, management supervision.
Rune Irk, AS degree microcomputer technician, certificate microcomputer technician.
Guillermo Vega, AS degree water systems technology, supply water.
Eric Pablo Huerta Meneses, AS degree electronics communications, certificate electronics communications.
Robert De Leon, certificate electrical construction and maintenance.
Corey Cogman, AA degree digital media and visual communications.
Carmen Fernandez, certificate and degree in fashion design.
Ricardo Armando PR, AS degree welding, gas and electric, certificate welding, gas and electric.
Kristen Emily Gomez, AA degree in child development plan B and certificate in child development, site supervisor.
Mikhail Antoine Stacy, certificate welding, gas and electric.
Alejandra Vanessa Campos, AA degree in English transfer and certificate CSU certification.
Ismael Cardona, certificate welding, gas and electric.
Crystal Raquel Barajas, AA degree in liberal arts and sciences, natural sciences.
Alonso Adele Simmons III, certificate welding, gas and electric.
Anthony Milner.
Angel Antonio Gomez, AS degree welding, gas and electric, certificate welding, gas and electric.
Antonique Milner, certificate in AA degree in fashion design.
Lottie Van der Veken, certificate fashion design.
Deja Hill, AA and certificate in fashion design.
Melissa Medina, AA degree fashion merchandising, certificate fashion merchandising.
Jennifer Colau, certificate fashion design.
Kayleen Desiree Lacayo, AS degree fashion merchandising.
Oh, it's okay, go ahead. I'll do it next time.
Terrence T. Cole, certificate baking.
Ruby Jessica Navarro, certificate fashion design.
Joshua Simpson, certificate culinary arts.
David Alexander Beato, certificate fashion design.
Sherwood Darnell Burns, AA degree culinary arts, AA degree restaurant management.
Pierre Sebastian Frank, AA degree fashion design.
Rayon Brandon Jackson, AS degree process plant technology, certificate process plant technology.
Elmer Sebiano, certificate management supervision.
Tommy Coleman, AS degree renewable energy, solar thermal technology.
Daniel Ibarra, certificate electrical construction and maintenance.
Lloyd Mitchell, AS degree process plant technology, certificate process plant technology.
Silvestre Barraza, AS degree and certificate electrical construction and maintenance.
Kelvin Oviedo, certificate auto collision.
Osvaldo Martinez, certificate electrical construction and maintenance.
Felisa Palos, certificate skin therapy.
Jeanette Vargas, AA degree in cosmetology and certificate in cosmetology.
Rosa Herrera, certificate skin therapy.
Anthony Hurtado, certificate barbering.
Armando Guerra, certificate water system technology, supply water technology.
Erica Gonzalez, certificate barbering.
Deanna Yates, AA degree liberal arts and science.
Carlos Chavez, certificate barbering.
Shirley Francione, certificate CAOT, office assistant clerical.
Elias Garcia, certificate electrical construction and maintenance.
Mariana Villarreal, fashion design.
John Edemir Rivas, AS degree in diesel and related technologies and certificate in diesel and related technology.
Juan Carlos Mendez, certificate machine shop CNC.
Bruce Lee, certificate and degree in diesel and related technologies.
Louis Borgia, certificate electrical construction and maintenance.
Brett Michael Lynch, AS degree and certificate in diesel and related technologies.
Carmen Tencio, AA degree labor studies.
Miller Shurtleff, certificate in diesel and related technology.
Yasmin Hernandez, AS transfer certificate, social behavior science.
India Hines, AA degree in liberal arts and sciences, natural sciences.
Jessica Gonzalez, AS transfer degree, child development, early care and education.
Erica Aquino, AS degree in CAOT, Office Assistant, Clerical, AA degree in CAOT, Information Processing Specialist, AA degree in CAOT, Administrative Assistant, Certificate in CAOT, Office Assistant, Clerical, and Certificate in CAOT, Information Processing Specialist, and CAOT Administration.
Gamaliel Perez, AS degree, Electrical Construction and Maintenance, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Melvin Lopez, AA in Liberal Arts and Sciences, and an AS degree in Child Development, Transfer Plan A.
Brenda Jimenez, Certificate, Fashion Design.
Long Pan, AS degree in Electrical Construction and Maintenance, and Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Carla Rios Flores, AA degree, Fashion Design, Certificate, Fashion Design.
Certificate. Okay.
Rosemary Waters, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Behavioral and Social Sciences.
Chris Acubilo, Certificate, Work Readiness.
Yahara de Jesus Herrera, Certificate, Accounting Clerk.
Kai Malazuri Smith.
Kai Malazuri Smith, Certificate in CAOT.
James Matthew Wilson, AA degree, Labor Studies.
Lauren Shai Smith, AA degree in CAOT, Office Assistant, Clerical, AA degree, CAOT, Administrative Assistant.
Alexander Becerra, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Mark Anthony Gonsalves, AS degree and Certificate in Carpentry.
Jesus Ramon Chillo Carrizales, AS degree, Welding, Gas and Electric, Certificate, Welding, Gas and Electric.
Sandra Foster, Certificate Carpentry.
Gerald Joseph Fitzgerald Jr., Certificate, Welding, Gas and Electric.
Kanisha Williams, Certificate Child Development Teacher with Special Needs, and Certificate Child Development Preschool Teacher, and Certificate Child Development Infant Toddler Teacher.
Rocky Cornelius Lee, Certificate, Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Mechanics.
Gwendolyn Barelas, AS degree in Child Development, Early Childhood Education Transfer, Certificate in Child Development, Preschool Associate Teacher, and Certificate CSU Certification.
Jose Walter Rivera, AS degree, Electrical Construction and Maintenance, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Veronica Almontes, AA degree in Liberal Arts, Behavioral and Social Sciences.
Jerron Ellis, AS degree, Electrical Construction and Maintenance, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Janesi Mendez, Certificate, American Sign Language.
James Eloquente, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Latoya Steens.
Latoya Steens, AA degree, Interdisciplinary Studies, Arts and Sciences.
Christopher Scott Robinson, AS degree, Electrical Construction and Maintenance, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Katia Godinez, AA degree in Fashion Design.
J. Peter Misek, AS degree, Electrical Construction and Maintenance, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance, AS degree, Electrical Construction and Maintenance, Construction Technology, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance, Construction Technology.
Karen Martinez, AA degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Natural Sciences.
Yevgeny Bernardo, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Gio Gallego, AS degree in Chemistry.
Kathleen C. McCarthy, AA degree, Professional Baking, Certificate, Professional Baking.
Jasmine Melissa Velasquez, AA degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Natural Sciences, Transfer.
Thank you. Nicole Harmon, AA degree, Professional Baking, Certificate, Professional Baking.
Cesar Villa, AS degree in Mathematics, Transfer, AS degree in Chemistry, and AA degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Natural Sciences, and Certificate in CSU Certification.
Dora Franco, AA degree, Professional Baking, Certificate, Professional Baking.
Laura Andrea Manzanares, AS degree in Child Development, Early Childhood Education, and Certificate in Child Development, Preschool Associate Teacher.
Kendra Hunter, Certificate, Professional Baking.
Robert Noyes, AS degree in Water Systems Technology, Supply Water, and Certificate in Supply Water Systems Technology.
Vanessa Vivian Sanchez, Certificate, Professional Baking.
Danny Escobedo, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Molly A. Mueller, Certificate, Professional Baking.
Andres Cardenas Rodriguez, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Azucena Garcia Gumaz, Certificate, Baking, Professional.
Jaime Bustos, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Gladys Aldana, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Yoni Bustos, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Douglas Rodriguez, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Ivan Enriquez, AS degree and Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Imelda Oliden, AA degree, Paralegal Studies.
Norberto Perez, AS degree and Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Thomas Payton, AS degree, Electrical Construction and Maintenance, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Michael Josue Quintero Ruiz, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Roberto J. Sierra, AS degree, Process Technology, CSU Certification Certificate.
Benito Fausto, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Francisco Javier Nunez Vargas, AS degree, Automotive and Related Technology, Certificate, Automotive and Related Technology, Certificate, Automotive and Related Technology Tune-Up, Certificate, Automotive and Related Technology Transmission Repair.
Osiris Sanchez, AA degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Behavioral and Social Sciences.
Jason Cornelio, Certificate, Automotive and Related Technology, Automotive and Related Technology Tune-Up, Automotive and Related Technology Transmission Repair Certificates.
Brian Antonio Alvarado, Certificate, Diesel and Related Technology.
Oscar Jarin, Certificate, Automotive and Related Technology Tune-Up, Certificate, Automotive and Related Technology, Automotive and Related Technology Transmission Repair.
Rena Dolores Houston, AS degree in Paralegal Studies and Certificate in Paralegal Studies.
Hernan Sebastian, Certificate, Automotive and Related Technology, Certificate, Automotive and Related Technology Tune-Up, Certificate, Automotive and Related Technology Transmission Repair.
Mariam Manuela Palacios, AA degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Natural Sciences.
Edgar A. Escobar, Certificate, Hybrid and Electric Plug-in Vehicle Technology.
Dante Estes, Certificate, Barbering.
Tori Swain, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Sciences.
Alfredo Raul Stevenson, Certificate, Power Line Mechanic.
Chandra N. Tate, AA degree, Child Development Plan A.
Jeremy John Bruce, Certificate, Power Line Mechanic.
Latasha Blunt, AS degree, Child Development, Early Childhood Education Transfer, Certificate, Child Development, Preschool Associate Teacher.
Arnold Adonis Rodriguez, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Courtney Ramclan, AA degree, Child Development, Plan A.
Matthew Thomas Flynn, Certificate, Motorcycle Repair Mechanics.
Jacqueline Coloma, Certificate, American Sign Language. Paola Martinez, AA degree, Professional Baking.
Maher Perugi, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Nati A. Tashum, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Rodolfo Montoya Avina, Certificate, Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Yesenia Pascual, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Behavioral and Social Sciences, Transfer.
Cindy Janet Orellana, Certificate, CAOT, Medical Office Assistant.
Amy De Jesus Negrete, AA degree, CAOT, Office Assistant Clerical, AA degree, CAOT, Administrative Assistant, Certificate, CAOT, Office Assistant Clerical, Certificate, CAOT, Administrative Assistant.
Jeremy Eric Litzinger, Certificate, Diesel and Related Technology.
Kashala A. McCain, Certificate, Fashion Merchandising Transfer.
Maya Velasco, Certificate, Digital Media.
Joanne Valina, Certificate, Automotive and Related Technology Tune-Up, Certificate, Automotive and Related Technology Transmission Repair, AS, Automotive and Related Technology.
Dariana Garcia, Certificate, Digital Media.
Fitzgerald Jacobs, AA degree, Labor Studies.
Christian Cruz, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Sciences, Behavioral Social Sciences, Certificate, CSU Certification and Transfer.
Paul Langford, AS degree, Wastewater Systems Technology.
Jose Angel Contreras, AA degree in Kinesiology Transfer, AA degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Natural Science, Certificate in American Sign Language, and Certificate, CSU Certification.
Ashanae Henderson, AA degree, Child Development, Plan A.
Vanessa Castrejon, AA degree in Liberal Arts and Behavioral and Social Sciences and Certificate, CSU Certification.
Delbert A. Brown, AA degree, Small Business Entrepreneurship, AA degree, Business Administration Marketing, Public Relations, AA degree, Business Administration, Management Supervision, Certificate, Business Administration, Marketing, Public Relations.
Arlene Lopez, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Sciences, Behavioral and Social Sciences, and Certificate, CSU Certification.
Kevin R. Ramirez, Certificate, Plumbing.
Aranice Lopez, AA degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Behavioral and Social Sciences, and CSU Certification.
Anthony Ray Montes, Certificate, Plumbing.
Enrique Hurtado, Certificate, Diesel and Related Technology.
Nelson A. Palma, Certificate, Plumbing.
Christian Delgado Arellano, Certificate, Diesel and Related Technology.
Irakio Sandoval Inicio, Certificate, Plumbing.
Ronaldo Antonio Monroy, Certificate, Diesel and Related Technology.
Herman Edmund Welch, Certificate, Plumbing.
Gerardo Cardosa Virgen, Certificate, Diesel and Related Technology.
Karina Gesabel Ramos Uritia, Certificate, Accounting Clerk.
Rolando Varela, Certificate, Diesel and Related Technology.
Ana Rosa Jimenez, AA degree, Business Administration Accounting.
Mario Hernandez, Certificate in Diesel and Related Technology.
Rynell Rayburn, Certificate, CAOT, Medical Office Assistant.
Pedro Perez, Certificate in Diesel and Related Technology and Hybrid Electric.
Dewan M. Longley, Certificate, Automotive Collision Repair.
Samuel Mora, Certificate, Hybrid Electric Plug-in Vehicle Technology.
Walker Roberson II, Certificate Automotive Collision Repair.
Rocio Montano Jimenez, AS degree and certificate in carpentry.
Cameron Deshawn Martin, Certificate Automotive Collision Repair.
Mitzi Noel Aguilar, AA degree in liberal arts and sciences, behavioral and social sciences.
Brian Delgado, Certificate Automotive Collision Repair.
Nayana Cooper.
Nayana Cooper, AA degree in culinary arts, AA degree in restaurant management, and certificate in culinary arts.
Shayasak Parapak, AAS degree, Automotive Related Technology, Certificate Hybrid and Plug-in Vehicle Technology.
Jetty Wong, get ready, AS degree in water systems technology, supply water, AS degree in automotive and related technology, certificate in supply water systems technology, certificate in automotive and related technology, certificate in automotive and related technology tune-up, certificate in automotive and related technology lube, and transmission repair.
Harold Mushai, AS degree, Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Mechanics, Certificate Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Mechanics.
Edgar Venegas, AS degree in Mathematics, transfer, AA degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Natural Science, and certificate with CSU certification.
Amber Ashley Norris, Certificate Culinary Arts.
Kevin Bernal Rivera, AS degree in Mathematics, transfer, certificate, CSU certification.
Jose Crate, Certificate Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Angel Reina, AS degree and certificate electrical construction and maintenance.
Alma Martinez, AA degree, Liberal Arts, Behavioral and Social Sciences.
Uciel Chavez, certificate electrical construction and maintenance.
Deborah Ramos, AA degree, Child Development Plan B, AA degree, Child Development Plan A, Certificate Child Development Preschool Teacher.
Joseph C. Kukupate, AS degree and certificate electrical construction and maintenance.
Maria Wallace, Certificate Culinary Arts.
Luis Solis, certificate electrical construction and maintenance.
Ma Mona Lisa Ate, Certificate Culinary Arts.
Michael Rivas, certificate electrical construction and maintenance.
Everardo Hernandez Macias, AA degree, Certificate of Culinary Arts and AA degree, Restaurant Management.
Tony Tran, AS degree and certificate electrical construction and maintenance.
Erica Ortiz, Certificate Culinary Arts.
Trevin Anthony Manuel, AS degree and certificate process plant technology.
Helen Marquez, Certificate Accounting Clerk. Sandra Umana, Certificate Culinary Arts.
Biotrop Gro Batrak, AS degree in computer information systems and certificate in computer information systems.
Ana Karen Sacedo, Certificate Culinary Arts.
Ricardo Jose Velasquez, Certificate Computer Information Systems.
Maria Guadalupe Enriquez Walanos, AA degree, Interdisciplinary Studies, Arts and Sciences, Certificate CSU Certification.
Zamol Lwin, AS degree and certificate Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Anais Hadari, AA degree, Kinesiology Transfer, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Aaron S. Hewitt, Certificate Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Janet Portugal, AS degree, Administration of Justice, Transfer.
Jose Garcia, AS degree and certificate Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Vanessa Nieves, AA degree, Child Development Plan B, AA degree, Child Development Plan A.
Michael Collins, certificate in Visual Communications.
Cindy Luna, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Gracia Lisbeth Zamora, AA degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Natural Sciences.
Yvette Torres, Certificate Child Development Preschool Associate Teacher.
Jasmine Del Carmen Landa, AS degree, Administration of Justice, Transfer.
Evelyn Fuentes, Certificate Child Development Preschool Associate Teacher, ASL Certificate.
Diana Elizabeth Arceo, AA degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Behavioral and Social Sciences.
Sonia Cortez, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Emily Castellanos, AST in Administration of Justice.
Alejandra De Luna, AS degree, Automotive and Related Technology.
Guadalupe Andrade, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Sciences, Natural Sciences.
Minerva Alcocer, Certificate Professional Baking.
Jordan Morset Turner, Certificate Professional Baking.
Cindy Chavez, Certificate Motorcycle Repair Mechanic.
Ruby Pinella, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Sciences, Natural Sciences.
Kenneth Bernard Booker, Certificate Plumbing.
Catherine Tiffany.
Kenny Amir Escobar, Certificate Plumbing.
Catherine Tiffany Bouchon, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Sciences, Natural Sciences.
Griselda Gonzalez Marquez, AA degree, Liberal Arts and Science, Behavioral and Social Sciences.
Medardo Carlos, Certificate Refrigeration, Air Conditioning Mechanic.
Orlando J. Fully Love, Certificate Carpentry.
Nicholas Alberto Torres, Certificate Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Vicente Gonzalez Reyes Jr., Certificate Labor Studies.
Beatriz Anika Sison, AS degree, Business Administration Accounting and Certificate in Accounting Clerk.
Melin Tatiana Zelaya Arias, Certificate Child Development Preschool Associate Teacher.
B. Adeline Sison, AA degree in Visual Communications and Certificate in Visual Communications.
Raquel Williams, Certificate Child Development Preschool Associate Teacher.
Odales Hernandez, Certificate Visual Communication.
Nancy Miera Rico, AA degree Child Development Plan B.
Gael Garcia, Certificate Digital Media. Destiny Morales, Certificate Digital Media. Christian Martin Rodas, Certificate Diesel and Related Technology. Yunsu Christina G, Certificate Cosmetology. Nancy Rivera, AA degree Liberal Arts Transfer, Behavioral and Social Sciences.
Adam Balson.
Adam Christian Balson, AA degree Liberal Arts and Sciences, Natural Sciences. Lashane Renee Anderson, AS degree Administration of Justice Transfer, Certificate CSU Certification.
We got more. Miley Fabius.
Miley Fabius, AS degree Transfer in Administration of Justice.
Pedro Dominguez, Certificate Automotive Related Technology Transmission Repair.
Liliana Valentin, AS degree in Correctional Science, AS degree Administration of Justice Transfer, and Certificate in Correctional Science.
Luis Enrique Mejia, Certificate Carpentry.
Brittany Emmy Hernandez, AA degree Liberal Arts and Sciences, Natural Sciences.
Cynthia Hernandez, AA degree Liberal Arts and Science, Natural Science.
Xavier Mercado, Certificate Diesel and Related Technology.
Gabriela Gonzalez Rivera, AA degree Child Development Early Childhood Education Transfer, Certificate Child Development Preschool Associate Teacher.
Carmen Lizette Escobedo, Certificate Diesel and Related Technology.
Renisha Kinson, Certificate Child Development Teacher with Special Needs.
Jason Negrete, Certificate Automotive and Related Technology, Transmission Repair, AS degree in Mathematics Transfer, and AA degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences.
Jair Lopez, AS degree Electronics Communications.
Christopher Derek Rodriguez, AS degree in Mathematics Transfer, AA degree Liberal Arts and Sciences, Natural Sciences, and Certificate CSU Certification.
Jesus Morales, AA degree Visual Communications, Certificate Visual Communications.
Jocelyn Garduño, AS degree in Mathematics Transfer, and Certificate CSU Certification.
Pedro Diaz, Certificate Visual Communications.
Andres Ruiz, AS degree in Mathematics Transfer, Certificate CSU Certification.
Andrea Custodio, AA degree Visual Communications, Certificate Visual Communications.
Ivan Said, AA degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences, Natural Sciences.
Shane Mujio, Certificate Digital Media.
Pablo Hernandez Morales, Certificate Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Quina Ickpe, Certificate Skin Therapy.
Eduardo Avalos, Certificate Electrical Construction and Maintenance.
Gilbert Ricard, Certificate Paralegal Studies.
Yahal Gonzalez, AA degree Liberal Arts and Sciences, Natural Sciences.
Melissa Guerre, AA degree Paralegal Studies, Certificate Paralegal Studies.
Virginia Valenzuela, AA degree in Professional Baking.
Rosa Limon, Certificate Fashion Technology.
Carla Gomez, Certificate Fashion Merchandising.
Brianita Jones, AA degree Paralegal Studies.
Valerie Legaspi, AA degree Visual Communications. Ana Isabel Velasquez, AA degree Liberal Arts and Sciences, Behavioral and Social Sciences, Certificate CSU Certification. Maribel Miriam Vasquez, Certificate Child Development Preschool Associate Teacher. Maria Angelina Nicholas, Certificate Child Development Preschool Associate Teacher. Sylvia Evelina LaChapelle, AS degree, Electrical Construction and Maintenance, Construction Technology, Certificate Electrical Construction Maintenance, Construction Technology. Jackie Armstrong, Certificate Electrical Construction and Maintenance. Carla Cobian, AA degree Liberal Arts and Sciences, Natural Sciences, Certificate CSU Certification. Natalia Gonzalez, AA degree Paralegal Studies and Certificate in Paralegal Studies. Crystal Beltran, AS degree Administration of Justice Transfer and Certificate CSU Certification. James Brown, AA in Business Management and Certificate in Marketing. Peter Avalos, AA degree in Visual Communications and Certificate in Visual Communications.
This is the last one.
And our last graduate for the evening for class of 2018, Jordan Mendoza Artelo, AA degree in Visual Communications.
Here we go, everybody. Here we go, here we go.
Yeah. President Frank, so it's time for you to actually confirm the degrees, but a lot of folks left, so I don't know if theirs is going to count because you can't confirm theirs.
No, can't do it.
So, will the graduates that are still here please stand?
Stand up, stand up. Woo!
President Frank.
Yes.
On the recommendation of the awesome faculty at LATTC, I present to you these candidates for degrees and certificates. These candidates have fulfilled all the requirements and prescribed conditions for the degrees and certificates and are deemed worthy to receive them.
So, candidates of Los Angeles Trade Technical College, you're all standing. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Los Angeles Community College District, I confer upon you the degree of Associate in Arts, Associate in Science, Associate degree for transfer, and Certificate of Achievement with the rights and privilege bestowed with these accomplishments. Graduates, put your tassel to the right side, and then turn your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations, you are graduated today. Hanan, it's all yours.
Congratulations, graduates. We would like to thank all of the faculty, the staff, the sponsors, the volunteers that made this event possible. Please give all of them a round of applause. Graduates, I know you want to party, I know you want to high-five everybody else. I'm going to ask you for just one thing. I'm going to need this platform party to head out first, and then I'm going to tell you we can party. All right? All right. So, students and guests, please remain seated as the platform party exits.
I mean, you can play it a little bit, like low. Can you play it low? Yeah. Good job. Thank you.
Faculty are exiting. Faculty are exiting. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a party, you may go. Congratulations, LA Trade Tech! I get your attention, please? We have a lost child. If you're missing a young gentleman, black shirt, brown pants, cute shoes, he'll be right here at the podium. Don't freak out, we'll have him right here for you. I guess we actually have lost parents. We found the child. And we have a lost pair of high heels. They will be at the lost and found. Thank you.
Oh wait, you're hot. Have you seen this?